Hello! Welcome to the Fierceful, I wanted to say podcast, but this is a video. This is my husband, Alan.
Oh, hello.
He was pushing go on the thing you're watching right now. Today, what are we talking about?
We're not talking about shoes.
Oh. We are talking about shoes. We're talking about our favorite shoes and the various uses for them. So, minor disclaimer. We own a lot of shoes.
I'm still in search of the 26.2 mile shoe, though.
I have a personal favorite for 26.2, but we own a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
And the shoes that we do own are from various companies and brands based on our needs per whatever we're doing.
Sometimes price, too.
Also price. Price is a big, if you watched our watch review, you know that we care about price.
Well, we live on a budget.
But, so we're going to talk about various different things. We're not one of those couples that finds a single shoe and sticks with that single shoe because we just don't, I don't know.
I mean, I would like to stick with a single shoe.
I like to rotate through. I've always had various pairs.
A kind of shoe, right? A brand of shoe, a committed company, a culture, to support what they're doing, as well as a comfortable shoe to run in, whether it's speed work or mileage.
So let's talk really quickly, and when I say really quickly, I mean really quickly.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's talk really quickly about what kind of running we do.
We do everything from 200s with Heartbreak Hill Run Company, or Nike Run Club, as you would say, all the way up to marathons.
And what did you do in the mud last year?
Oh, trail running or endurance challenges.
Yes. Climbing up scrambles of rocks.
That's right. That's right. We're not so much into those Spartans or anything because there's too many chances to get hurt.
And most recently, we just added run commuting to our running repertoire. So, with that said, I'm going to start.
You're going to talk about a shoe?
With one of the shoes that I like to use in weather.
Okay, so we'll talk about the weather shoe.
Weather
shoes.
shoes.
You talk about your weather shoe, and then I'll talk about my weather shoe.
So
I think mine looks like it's been through the weather more than yours. Though.
Well, mine went through a puddle. So these are my weather shoes. These are the Ultra Superiors 3.0s. They have a little gator trap at the back here. At the back. The back of the store. At the back of the shoe, there's a gator trap. But anyway, these are Ultras. This is what it looks like in the front. And then what I love about these shoes is actually the sole. Hopefully you can see the sole. There you go. These are Gore-Tex. And these have been getting me through the run commute in this weather because we live in New England and it's wacky here and it has been icy. And so the sole has helped me. It has a great grip.
What happened to you yesterday that shoe couldn't help?
And actually it did help. So my foot went through a giant puddle and I thought I was being clever and I stepped around the puddle where the grass was, but I sunk up to past my ankle. The good news was, even though my shoe was wet, my foot on the inside of the shoe was dry and warm. My leg, however, was very muddy and disgusting. So the shoe did a really good job. I wish I had an Ultra Gore-Tex material up my leg.
These are definitely made for trails.
These are trails, and
it's more towards natural running.
And
I have a pair of these as well.
It's zero drop, so it's in a wider toe box, obviously. So these are my weather shoes. That's my recommendation.
It has a thin canvas shell too, made out of Gore-Tex, but it's very thin.
Yes.
It's not. You need a couple extra pairs of socks.
What's your weather shoe?
My weather shoe is by Topo. What is Topo? If you haven't heard of Topo before, it's Tony Post.
And they're actually a direct competitor of these guys.
That's right, because both of these shoes do the wide toe box. So you
which we really like.
It's comfortable for your feet. So what I'm using right now, because of the weather, weather running is trail running, is hold on, these are very used. Can you tell?
They're
dirtiful. It's dirtiful. They are The
Should be on the bottom, too.
Terra Venture. These are the ultimate, the first Terra Ventures.
Yes.
3mm drop. I feel comfortable with them. They have a little bit of a better sole on them.
Those are Vibram soles, yes?
No, these are not Vibram
Oh,
soles.
most Topo shoes.
No, the newer ones do. So the
have
new
Vibram
Terra
soles.
Venture 2s have a really nice Vibram sole. So I look forward to getting those. I had a little beef, I was a little upset with Topo the other day because I didn't win an ambassadorship, if you want to call it that. So I got a little frustrated and wanted to try a new brand, but I really don't. I really do appreciate what they do. I really do appreciate what they're doing, and I really do appreciate that they're doing it here in Massachusetts. Keep doing what you're doing, Topo. I really actually do appreciate it. I'm just a little bitter that I'm not getting to wear your kit.
Okay, moving on. What's that fast forward?
So I was sad.
What's the fast forward noise?
You
But that's a rerunning noise. All right. Anyway, next up, I'm going to talk about what I call. It's not a real term. It's not a real thing. But if you follow me on Instagram,
To her it is.
It's a real life thing. I call these my business shoes.
Oh, hello.
Taking care of business, getting down to business, doing the bit. Well, not maybe doing the business, but. These are my business
Why?
shoes.
Isn't your business on the pooper? So you could be in those on the pooper.
That's inappropriate.
Oh.
These are my business shoes.
We're runners. It's always appropriate.
This is the Nike Zoom Pegasus 35. I got them through Heartbreak Hill Running Company for the launch event for these shoes, actually. And these are what I wear for Track Tuesday and any speed workout or any road work that I know that I'm going to want to be going fast.
Or
So-
the weather's not really involved.
Or weather's not really a factor. These are great durable shoes. They probably hold up in the weather, but I like them so much that I don't want them to get rainy. Yes, I understand that sounds weird. But when I put these shoes on or I lace them up, it's like a light in my head of like a mindset thing that whatever I'm gonna do
You're
is
doing
probably
work.
gonna hurt.
You're doing work.
But it's gonna hurt in a good way, and I'm putting in a lot of effort. So these, the Nike Zoom 35s, the Pegasus 35s are my business shoes, and I really like them. I had never run in Nikes before, and as soon as I put them on, the support's just really great. There's a good spring to them, and they've held up really, really well. So that's my pick for what are your business shoes?
My business shoes are Topo as well. So my business shoes are this really awesome Ultrafly 2. It has a 5mm drop, so it's not quite natural running, but it's not quite overly cushioned either. I'm not sure about wearing these for 26.2 yet because I do have a little tendonitis in my knee and in my hip because of my knee. So I try to work around that and get a little bit more cushioning, but these are my favorite shoes. I do have two pairs of these. One I wear around as a lifestyle shoe because they do look good. They have a nice look to them, nice sheen look. I mean, you really can't tell that they're a running shoe when you wear them with your khakis or you're looking for your car keys.
Your trousers.
So I really do appreciate them. The traction, the sole on them is a little bit different. If you look at it, it's not quite as rugged as the trail shoe, as the Terra Ventures, but it's nice for road running or doing track work. I did run in these for Track Tuesday, and I was actually very fleet of foot. I was actually very happy with how quickly I was running 5K and 10K and mile pace during the 200s, the 24 200s we did. I highly recommend Topo. Check them out. Their warehouse office spaces in Framingham. Check them out. They're doing great things, and they make me happy.
Across from Jack's Abbey.
Oh,
They have a really great spot across from Jack's Abbey.
Jack's Abbey Brewery. I was one of the first bar managers to put Jack's Abbey on tap.
They're awesome. All right, next shoe, because we want to go through this
Yes.
quickly. Next shoe is
Brooks.
my distance shoe, and I am toying with running in these for my next 26.2, which is coming up April 7th, which I'm very excited about. Or I might get another pair of the Nike Zoom Fly 35 pegs and go with those because
Those are-
those are my business shoes.
those
And you know,
They're not
I know
the
it's
Zoom
gonna be
Fly.
hard.
Zoom Flies.
I'm sorry, these are the
No,
Pegasus.
Yes.
Anyways, these are Brooks. I have been running in Brooks for a while. It was actually one of the very first shoes that I kind of got into when I worked at Runner's World. These are the Brooks Levitate. I really like these shoes mostly because they keep my feet happy long distances. They're very cushy, not too cushy though, not like super soft cushy. I have this weird problem with any shoes in the heel that doesn't have padding up at the top. I have very like delicate heels, I guess, and my my Achilles tendon will start to bleed. So this lovely little jacket, I call it a jacket, on the shoe near my Achilles tendon makes it so when I'm running long distances, I don't have the bloody sock incident like Kurt Schilling did back in, when was that, 2004? Yeah, look at that baseball knowledge. Anyway, so I like the jacket on the shoe of the Brooks Levitate.
Which Brooks are those?
I just said the Levitate.
The Brooks what?
Levitate.
The what?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, they're my long distance go-to. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be running my marathon in them. I'm still not sure. I'm making up my mind.
I too like the Brooks.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Which ones are those?
These are the
Those the ghosts?
no. These are the Launch 5s.
Oh,
Brooks-
launches.
Brooks Launch 5's got a nice little. What are we calling this? We're calling this embroidered
Knit.
It's knitted. It's got a little knitted out there. I like these because they're a little bit more cushioned, kind of in this area
And
here.
these also have the jacket.
Oh, they do.
On the heel.
They got and a long jacket, short skirt, and a long jacket over here. I like the Brooks. They're very comfortable on my feet, very lightweight. I'm still torn between the Topos and the Launch 5s from Brooks to run 26.2 miles in LA, part of the LA Marathon on March 24th.
Yeah, so we're not busy at all. We got a lot of races coming
I'm
up.
probably going to run the Hyannis 10K on the 24th of February. And other than that, it's just training. I couldn't train today. I had 15 on the agenda, but I just didn't feel good.
And I did 12.9 yesterday.
The change in weather really messes with your body, and I got up today and I had a little bit of a fever. And I mean, I have a fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
All right.
But
That's enough. That's enough. I wanted to ask you guys. I just pointed. That's impolite. I wanted to ask you what your favorite running shoe is and why, or if you have multiple brands that you wear like we do, what are they? And what would you recommend for us? And I might need help deciding between my business shoes and my distance shoes, which ones I should wear for the cheap marathon in Salisbury, Massachusetts.
all right, Elizabeth.
So drop us your suggestions.
Elizabeth doesn't like to say it, but she was an editor at Runner's World, and so if you need recommendations on shoes, if you need recommendations on brands, if you need recommendations on races, if you need recommendations on anything, Elizabeth is a thesaurus of amazing brands, shoes, companies, cultures. It doesn't matter. Like she helps me.
The
She has
reason
helped
I'm
me to
so
learn.
short is because there's a lot of knowledge packed into the little package.
No, see, they broke the mold when they created her, and there wasn't enough left to make more of her. If they made more of her, we wouldn't be able to get her through the door. 'Cause
No
she's just amazing.
leftovers.
No, it doesn't matter. She's 7 feet small, but if there's any questions that you have, mental health wise or recovery wise, throw them my way. I'd like to help you on that as well. If you have anything if you have any IVF questions, if you have any running gear questions, brands, Elizabeth is working with Back on My Feet to build brand relationships
He doesn't know
in
what.
this city with some of the best brands And so she has a lot of understanding and information and knowledge. So
But we
don't
really-
feel free.
Don't.
I mean, feel free to ask her, to pick her brain. Those comments below this on our blog are there for you to ask questions. There are no dumb questions.
And just leave us a note and tell us what you like to run in, because I love talking about shoes, as you can see.
We don't like the shoes. We love
right.
the shoes. Bye-bye. Ta-ta for now, TTFN. Send out a postcard.